This base routine is your skin, but better, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This is your skin elevated. It's glowy, it's healthy looking. It's just the perfect base routine if you have an event, if you know you're going to be taking photos, if you want your skin to look so beautiful in person. Let me show you how I achieve this base routine. The most important thing is skin prep. If you have an event, you want to make sure that you work on your skin the night before. What I like doing is using any exfoliating pads the night before. The purpose of exfoliating pads is it is going to help get rid of any dead skin and give you that smooth base for makeup. Another option is using these ones by Medicube. These are the zero pore pads. Another Medicube favorite, pink collagen masks. And trust me, when you use this, the makeup is going to go on so much nicer and so much easier. I did use it last night, and as you can see, I have a little bit of a glow going on. The first thing I like doing is using a moisturizer. I'm using the one by Paula's Choice. It's the Pro Collagen Peptide Plumping Moisturizer. I really love this, especially underneath makeup. So you want to make sure that your skincare really absorbs into the skin and you're patient with it. You don't just go in right away and apply all of the base makeup. I would say give it a good 10 minutes for all the skincare to absorb into the skin. And this is the time to work on your brows. Now, when it comes to primers, it's all about what the end look is going to be. Since I want my base to be glowy, I'm going in with the Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. Now, I really love this primer because it gives you that beautiful glow from within. This is by Kiehl's. This is their creamy eye treatment with avocado. What I like to do is I'll take a little bit on my ring finger and then I just apply it underneath the eyes and I just let it sit for about 5 minutes. This is really going to help brighten and also make the concealer application so much easier and so much smoother and easier to blend. And it's going to look amazing in person. While we wait for the under eye treatment to really absorb into the skin, I'm gonna do some underpainting. Personally, I love doing this because I find that it really brings out your features. And this is one of the best tricks I find, especially if you're gonna be in photography, if you're going to be at an event and you still want your natural features to come out. This is a great tip. If you're new to underpainting, I would recommend this product by Makeup by Mario because you can never overdo it with this product. I find that you can apply so much of it and it still looks amazing. It truly transforms the skin. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Now for the application method, as you can see, I focused on the forehead. Now you don't want to just apply it. You want to make sure you're working this in and really doing a good job at blending. You don't want to apply it and just let it sit on top of the skin. You want to make sure you are blending it into the skin. Now I'm going to go in with this palette by Makeup Forever. This is an all-in-one product. I love it because it's multi-purpose. You can use it for so many things. I'm going to dip into this cool tone shade and I'm going to contour my nose with it, add a little more contour. And you can see it's really helping to shape and carve out my cheekbones. Now again, you want to make sure you're really blending out this product into the skin. You can use any cream blush that you want or you have. I'm going to use this one in this palette by Makeup Forever. So you want to make sure you start applying that blush very lightly and then build your way up. Products are one thing, but the brushes are definitely going to make or break the way you apply your products. I would highly recommend investing in a multi-use brush. This is the F4 brush by Makeup by Mario. You can use this for so many things. So you can use it for concealer, you can use it for blush, bronzer, you can use it for foundation, so many things. So if you are looking to invest in a really, really good brush, you're new to makeup and you don't want to splurge on too many brushes just yet, then start with this one. This one is great. For concealer, I'm going to be using this Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Concealer. You can use any concealer that you have. But the most important thing is the application. So it depends on what coverage you want. I want a more full coverage look. I'm going to apply the concealer directly to my skin using the applicator. You never want to apply concealer on your lash line. Don't ever do that, please. You're going to ruin your makeup look. It's just going to look too cakey. So applying it, even sometimes I'll go even lower. You want to apply it to the areas where you want that coverage. If you want to conceal a blemish, this is the best time. If you also want to brighten or use it as a contour, you can use concealer to help bring out your contour. Another way you can apply the concealer is to the back of your hand. Pick up the product that you need if you're looking for that more natural finish. You always want to make sure you're not blending too much. You want to keep tapping in the product into the skin very light-handedly. You don't want to be too harsh with it. I like to leave the under eyes for the last step, and you want to make sure you're really pressing it in, making sure that you're working the product in the areas that really need that concealer and blurring out any lines using the concealer. You can use any foundation that you want, but I would recommend using one that you're used to, that your skin's used to. So I really love the NARS Sheer Glow foundation for that glowy finish, and it's really beautiful in photos. So I'm using half a pump. Now you want to make sure you're evenly distributing the product into the bristles. You're only focusing on the areas that don't have any other products. And then at the end, whatever's left over on the brush, you're gonna just tap just to kind of blur out any lines and really help bring everything together. Now, before I go in and set this makeup, I'm just gonna come closer to the camera and show you how it all looks. Very glowy. Really love the way all the makeup products are applied onto the skin. It almost looks like one layer of makeup, just bringing out all of the natural bone structure features. Now you can go in and set using any setting powder that you have or you like. I've been really loving the one by Makeup by Mario. This is the Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder. It doesn't take away from your skin. Your skin still looks like skin. You want to make sure you apply this anywhere you applied concealer. So the T-zone underneath your eyes and underneath your cheekbone. Now is the time you want to go in with any powder bronzer, powder blush. Now you want to make sure you're applying this over top the cream bronzer and just tapping it in. Same for blush. One trick when applying powder blush is dipping it into the product and then tapping any excess on your hand and then applying it over top. Now if you want to go in with a highlight, you want to focus it on the cheekbones, the bridge of the nose, the inner corner of your eyes, those areas that you usually have a natural glow. So I'm going in on my cheekbones and I'm working it into the skin, really tapping it in with my finger. I find that this is a really good way to apply a cream highlight. If you want to make sure your makeup stays on and doesn't budge, especially if it's humid or if it's hot out and you have an event outside, then I would say set your makeup. And now I'm just gonna set all of this makeup. So here it is up close. This base routine is not cakey. It looks so glowy and natural. It's not a full glam base routine, but it's a great routine if you want that glowy, natural looking base, especially if you have an event and you want the makeup to look good in person under flash photography. Let me know if you have any requests. Thanks so much for watching.